so you can log in through Google.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually a really cool little feature for the NuFi wallet. And then you just need to load up with a little bit of Cardano, or if you've already in Cardano, you can load up with any CNTs, which are Cardano native tokens that you're interested in. Find the pool that you want to engage with, and then just deposit liquidity. We're on the verge of bringing out our V3 DEX. So that's going to be the most advanced DEX that Cardano's ever seen, and I'm happy to say that with absolute confidence. The amount of stuff that we're introducing is insane. I've got to like let me take it back one step. We've sort of spent 5 years developing in Cardano now, and with that time that we've spent developing in Cardano, we've really focused on a lot of technological disadvantages that exist in the ecosystem. And we've spent the last 2 years sort of rethinking how a dApp should be designed on our blockchain. And in doing so, this has allowed us a really strong technological advantage in how our system is built. And we're currently using I would say, a unique backend that allows us to functionally be the only team on Cardano that's able to build Cardano smart contracts using empirical code. And what that means is that at the moment in Cardano, you can only design smart contracts with functional programming languages. So that's things like Haskell, for example, is the core language of Cardano. So we've got the coding language for smart contracts, which is Plutus, which is a derivative of Haskell. But that's very difficult for a lot of builders to engage with because, one, it's a very rarely used language. It's not used very much out in the real world outside of Cardano. It's sort of a very niche language that's restricted to a few very high-level engineers. And secondly, it's been a big blocker because of the added complexity to be able to put together highly complex contracts. So we kind of took a step back about 2 years ago and thought to ourselves, how can we actually build these contracts in languages that all builders can just easily implement? So things like JavaScript, right? So JavaScript is something that almost every engineer and every builder can use, and it allows for fairly high levels of complexity with a lot of ease of use. We don't use JavaScript ourselves. We're using a language called Jai. But this basic change that we've done to the fundamental construction of the dApp building process itself has allowed us to introduce a lot of new features that no other system on Cardano is able to even build, right? So an example of that is we recently introduced our safe swaps. And safe swaps, excuse me, safe swaps are functionally a private OTC. So a private OTC is simply, I can select another wallet to do a private transaction with, right? And then the other wallet is able to come to our front end and approve or reject that transaction. Now, this is generally something that has been very difficult to build on the Cardano blockchain. No other project has been able to put this together, even though it sounds very simple. For a lot of fundamental technical reasons, it's very hard to do using our current schema for smart contract design. This is one of the nuts that we were able to crack before releasing the V3 DEX as proof of how advanced our tech is. We're able to put out products that no one else is able to put out at the moment. And in doing that, we're going to be introducing the first multi-token pools on Cardano. So that's where you can hold more than 2 tokens in a single liquidity pool. And
Very nice.
That's going to be introduced. We're hoping for October is going to be the launch date for that. We've been able to introduce our liquidity manager, which lets users build their own risk profiles across their portfolio, which is something that we're really excited for. And we're currently working on a front end to make it as simple as possible for users to be able to engage with that product. We've introduced, and I should also add, what's really cool about everything that another thing that's really cool about everything that we're doing is users are going to be able to basically set up orders using their liquidity pool token. So essentially, when you provide liquidity, you get given back what's called an LP token, and that represents your ownership. Now, because we're in Cardano, we're able to design that so that your LP token sits in your wallet and still earns you farm. We call that stakeless LP farming, right? So on every other DEX in crypto, you have to take that LP, you have to put it into a farm, and then that LP leaves your wallet and enters the farm. And for entering the farm, you're then earning the income.
Right.
This, of course, adds more steps for a user to be able to engage. So it's reduced complexity, but more importantly to me, it locks those assets away so that you're not really able to deal with them anymore, right? They've left your wallet and you don't think about them any longer. With our new system that we're bringing out, you're actually going to be able to set up trades with those LP tokens. For example, and not only that, but trades that follow triggers, right? So an example of a trigger would be farm. This farm is currently receiving 500 Wi-Fi a day, right? I have an LP for that farm, but if that farm drops below 350 Wi-Fi a day, I want to exit. The farm's gotten too low for me to take on the risk. So you can set up an order, which is if if the farm for this LP drops below 350 Wi-Fi a day, I want to exit liquidity. And then you can submit that order. The LP goes into the validator to wait to be taken as an order, but you're still earning all of the farm while you're waiting for your LP to be taken for a trade. Right?
Nice.
And you can basically set up all of your positions with predefined rules and then allow the LP to execute once those predefined rules have been met, but you're not losing any farm in that process. You're still earning all of your farm. So that really gives users the power to, I guess, step back from their day-to-day management of their LPs, right? Which is one of the longest, which is one of the hardest parts of managing your liquidity, right? Is there's quite a bit of work involved in gauging your impermanence risk, working out what farms you want to engage with. All these sort of different, all these different things require yeah, definitely a sort of daily work. And we want to minimize that daily work by letting users set up predefined rules, execute their LPs based on those predefined rules so they can set and forget, right? And then once every 2 weeks, you can come back, you can have a look which one of my LPs have been taken based on my predefined rules. Have I gained more liquidity? Have I lost a bit of liquidity, i.e., exited those liquidity pools? And now I can reorganize myself once every 2 weeks instead of having to do that daily grind to manage those LP positions. So as long as you're able to develop a strategy on how you want to enter and exit that liquidity, you're going to be able to automatically set that up and not lose any farm while waiting for that liquidity to be taken. So that is something that's going to be very unique to our product, and is something that, as far as I'm aware, you can't do on any other DEX across any other blockchain, because no other DEX on any other blockchain has stakeless liquidity mining.
Right.
So this allows us, to really give users a lot more power in how they control their liquidity.
I love it, man. And when I talked, I forget who I talked to at Rare Evo, but yeah, this is incredible because one of the issues that I've had with staking is here in California, they took staking away from us. We're not allowed to stake right now. That it is coming back, but I had to unstake all my ETH, all my Cardano, and so being able to not have the coin staked, it's something that I could use right now until that legislation gets changed. So that's something that stood out to me because I want to use this technology myself, not just for the chat, but this is something that I'm very interested and passionate about seeing happen, and all this new technology that is coming to the space. Like I'm not a developer, right? I'm a trader, I'm an investor. I don't quite understand how the technology works, but I want to use it, and I want the chat to be able to use it, and figure out how to actually onboard getting into DeFi and actually using these new layers that are coming to the blockchain. So it really stood out to me, and I'm very impressed.
Thank you. It's been a lot of work, right? And it's certainly an intersection of adapting things that currently exist, but adapting them in such a way to make them more usable, right? And what you said, excuse me, what you shared is a great example. You can't do staking in California right now, but you can still farm on Wi-Fi because we got stakeless mining, right? So that will be functionally the only system that currently you'll be able to farm
Exactly.
because it's stakeless, right?
Exactly.
It's also got some tax advantages in a lot of jurisdictions. right? Because when you're doing stakeless farming or you're doing earning things stakelessly, they're treated differently under a lot of tax codes. So being able to set something up like this, it's a product of being a Cardano based technology, which allows us to really set this up in interesting ways. But then it's taking that and essentially being a little bit of a mad scientist with it and working out how can we make this one as easy a process for users to engage with, and secondly, how can we give as many advantages back to the users for having implemented this technology. And I think what you just said is a classic example of how that's the case.
So, as a user, and I want to onboard into this technology, what do I need to do as an investor? How do I use
Simply
this?
open a Cardano wallet, log into our site, and start clicking some buttons.
I love it, man. I'm going to pull up your site here real quick. Let me see here. So,
We're
chat.
about to go through a big facelift as well, so just be aware that this site is. Oh, I just got zoomed in on. This
Yes.
site is sort of changing up to a fair degree in about a month and a half's time.
So, chat, check this out. This is app.vyfi.io. And I'm looking here and I'm seeing ADA to Wi-Fi is 21% APR. That's incredible. Those are the
We've got
kind of
some
numbers
new
I want to
farms.
see.
The best, some of the best farms at the moment. FET. If you type in FET to search, you'll see there's two. You want the white one. FET is a very large project. They're an AI-based project. They used to be Agix, but then they merged with two other companies across other blockchains. We currently have 81% on last I checked, which was last night. We have 81% on the FET farm. Um,
Yeah. Okay, I
yeah,
see
so they're
here.
doing very well.
Bet to
If you're
ADA.
into meme coins, a recent meme coin that just blew up on Cardano called Crawju, CRAWJU. That's a meme coin that really blew up in the last week on Cardano, and we've got a fairly substantial farm for Crawju as well.
Can
Last
I
I checked, that was making about 100% APY.
can I farm my snack or grass or anything like that?
Absolutely, you can. Sneck has got a dual farm. So the other thing that Sneck does, to be fair, is Sneck's got a really good APY based on the volume. So, of course, LP providers don't just earn farm, they also earn fees for every trade that takes place over a DEX. And
Really?
you can but yeah, but it's 0.2% of every trade goes back to the LP farmers, right? So what you can really do with the snack farm, given its history, is not only do you earn dual farm, which means you're earning both snack and you're earning Wi-Fi, but at the same time, you're also generally getting a fairly good APY based on the volume that's taking place on the actual pool itself. And I like to call that a bloom dominated pool. So it's a pool that undergoes a lot of bloom in its volume, right? And that really gives you more income. Like it really grinding volume on liquidity pools really does provide quite good income.
I love it, man. Now I'm looking here. I see it says like current jackpot, 20K Wi-Fi. What is that?
That's our lottery. So we built the first lottery on Cardano. We've got a lot of sort of little products there as well. That's one of them. So that's really easy. Once you have Wi-Fi, you can go to the lottery and you can buy it, and you can just buy yourself some lottery tickets, right? It's I won't go into specifically how it works, but functionally, you get a lottery ticket with four hexadecimal numbers, and at a certain point in the future, we basically do the draw. The draw is actually done by the blockchain, so this is entirely on chain. And once that draw's done, if you match one, two, three, or four of those numbers, then you come out with a different prize, right? And it's very easy to engage. You just need some Wi-Fi in your wallet, and then you just need to click the buy tickets now or buy now button, and then you'll buy yourself some lottery tickets.
I love it. I really love this project, man. And is there anything else that I need to know as an
Well,
investor?
I think an important one is our bar. So we introduced the first distributive mechanism on Cardano. And this basically is, when you look through our list, you'll also see another token called XViFi, and that's our XViFi token. So the way the bar works is you deposit your Wi-Fi into the bar and it mints you another token called XViFi. Now, for every single trade that takes place across our DEX, we actually take 0.1% of that trade. We use it to buy back Wi-Fi on the market, and then we distribute that Wi-Fi to the bar in such a manner that it doesn't mint any X Wi-Fi. And why is that important? It means that after every single, we call it a serve because we're serving the bar. After every single serve, the value of X Wi-Fi versus Wi-Fi goes up, which means Wi-Fi is worth X Wi-Fi, sorry, is worth more Wi-Fi. So this is essentially a distribution of tokens that are bought back using trade volume. And any user is able to engage with that distribution. All you need to do is hold X Wi-Fi, right? And then as you hold X Wi-Fi, you're just naturally going to be earning more Wi-Fi tokens in the background. At any point in time, you can come back to the bar and you can trade back your X Wi-Fi for that Wi-Fi. Or if you want, you can load into your position and put more Wi-Fi in to get more X Wi-Fi. But functionally, after every single serve, one X Wi-Fi is going to be giving you more Wi-Fi in return. So I think at the moment, one X Wi-Fi, sorry, one. I'll just go to the bar ourselves just to have a quick
Have it
look.
right
If you click
here.
on the
It's
bar,
0.0699 ADA.
yeah, that sounds right. It's not a no.
Or
It's
wait,
not a
no,
yeah. That's the
Wi-Fi.
value of the X Wi-Fi. But if you go to the bar on our list, you'll see that currently one X Wi-Fi is worth 1.35 Wi-Fi. That started when we launched at 1-to-1. So when we began, one X Wi-Fi was worth one Wi-Fi. And then after multiple serves, it functionally just keeps growing in value. So one X Wi-Fi gets more Wi-Fi back. And from our bar page, you can also have a look at the serves. So that's all of the Wi-Fi that's been delivered to the actual bar. And currently we're sitting at 2.417 million Wi-Fi that's been served to the bar.
Wow.
So that's currently sitting at an APY of 12%, right? And that's a natural APY that you don't actually have to do anything to receive except for holding X Wi-Fi, right? So anything that you can do with Wi-Fi, you can do with X Wi-Fi, and X Wi-Fi naturally accumulates more Wi-Fi. So certainly it's worth looking into X Wi-Fi as a token that you hold, as it's got that natural accrual that
Yeah,
takes place based on the volume of the DEX.
that's awesome, man. Is there anything else I need to know or chat needs to know? By the way, I want to thank you guys for 0.2 million likes on TikTok alone. You guys are phenomenal. Appreciate you
Good
guys.
work.
Um,
Just I hear that you're a very hard worker. You're always live. You've already done 3 hours. I was looking just before jumping on.
yeah. I even at Rare Evo, man, I was grinding and meeting everyone that I could and finding out all the different technologies and stuff. I'm a bit of a workaholic. I don't know how to relax now that I'm retired yet, so I started all of this.
Good work. What was your background?
So I was an audio engineer for 17 years in LA and audio video engineer, but I did most of all the live performances. I worked on The Price is Right and X Factor and American Idol and shows like that, soap
That's awesome.
operas, and then I started doing live shows like Metallica and ZZ Top and Taylor Swift and all these different things, right? And so
That's really awesome.
another thing that I did was I do the audio panels for a lot of like the crypto summits and the Democratic National Convention, the Republican National Convention, different companies. And so I would sit in a lot of these meetings and I would be the fly on the wall listening to the new technologies that are being developed and the new companies that are being created, and all this different information that was coming out. And this was, back in 2008, I started doing a lot of that. And so when all of this technology was being created, I was there watching it happen. So I've been in crypto since 2016, like actually invested into it. And I actually knew about it before. I just didn't get into it until I actually saw things happening. And I was like, oh, this is something to be a part of. And so over time, I've been accumulating and investing into this until I got to a point this year in January where I was like, okay, I've got enough to get out of crypto now finally, and I'm not round tripping another bag again. And so I've reallocated my portfolio to set myself up for retirement so that I can now do something that I love to do. And because I'm working with audio and video equipment here, it's getting to do what I want to do, but I'm working with my brain, not my back anymore. And so that's what brought me here, man. And I realized that the community needed an education on this new technology as much as I did. And I was like, this is my opportunity to give back to the community and to help people to secure their financial freedom. And so now I teach people how to trade. I teach people about different projects and ways to invest and grow their portfolios to earn more APY, more APR. And so that's what brought me here, and brought you here to the show.
Interesting story.
Yeah,
Man, that's it's interesting how many different worlds come together in crypto.
Absolutely. And it's amazing being a creator, because I never thought that I thought it was going to be much of a disconnect from the people in the chat and the world and people like you, the interviews. And I've created like these relationships with people all around the world now. And like, I would call some of them my friends, and it's really incredible, the community that we built. And we're just getting started. I've only been doing this, I think, since like February. And we're just massive and growing every single day. And this is just the start of something so much bigger. And I'm really grateful to actually be in the position I'm in.
Congratulations, mate. I look forward to following you along on your journey as well.
Absolutely. So the chat is absolutely bonkers about or getting a giveaway or airdrop or something. Your assistant.
Yeah, we're happy to do an airdrop. We're happy to do an airdrop.
Okay.
We'll throw 500. Well, actually, we'll probably do 2 of 250 and 1 of 500 Wi-Fi. So we'll do 3 airdrops. I'm sure that'll get people excited.
Do you hear that, guys? We're gonna do 3 airdrops. So I created a wheel of names right here. So we're gonna pick our winners for today. So do you want to be a part of that? How do we facilitate this? Because I've never actually done a giveaway. How does the airdrop work?
Yep, all we need is those 3 users to send you a Cardano address, right? Make sure that it's not an exchange address. They need to get a Cardano wallet.
Right.
So if they don't have one, I recommend if you're using phone, get Vesper, VESPR.
Chat, listen up.
And if
Vesper.
you're doing Vesper, that's it. And if you're doing it on your PC, look, there's a lot of them. My personal favorite is Eternal, which is ETERNL.
Okay.
Right. So get a Vesper or Eternal wallet. So you use what? Sorry.
I use a Lace wallet for Cardano.
Lace. Yeah. Can I give you one little? Don't use Lace.
Okay.
Lace. When you're engaging with DApps across the Cardano ecosystem, you'll find Lace gives you a lot of pain when dealing with smart contracts. I've
heard about that from Angel Finance as well. They said something very similar.
Yeah, Lace is a leave it to the Cardano Foundation to make the least applicable wallet. That's just sort of how they do it. They did it with Yoroi as well. So
Okay.
their history with wallets isn't that great, but they keep pushing it, and it keeps giving us dApps a lot of work.
All right. What is the one I should be using? Because I'm gonna get one of these for sure.
Eternal, definitely
Eternal.
Eternal.
Hear that, chat? Eternal.
ETERNL.
ETERNL. Eternal, guys.
Yeah.
For your PC, and then for your phone was which one?
Vesper. VESPR.
Vespar. All right, chat. So if you don't have a Cardano wallet yet, you guys have already done everything you need to get your airdrop. If you don't have your Cardano wallet yet, reach out to me and I will help you get set up with your private custody wallet, and we can facilitate those airdrops. Do we need to do it right now? Do they need to be set up, or we can pick the names and we can do this?
Pick the name so they know who to talk to. So the people know that they need to get it, and then just send them through to me whenever you can, and we'll
Perfect.
get that airdrop through to them.
Perfect. I appreciate you so much for that. That is very generous of you and your company, and everyone is very appreciative of it. So, chat, are you guys ready to see who's getting airdropped? And it's Wi-Fi, right? Or is it X-Wi-Fi you're airdropping?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Are you guys ready to get airdropped your Wi-Fi? And you said pick 3 people?
Yep, pick 3.
All right, we're going to pick 3. Are you guys ready? All right, first spin right here. Let's see who it is. AB Rider just won. So that's our first one, and that was for how much? We'll do the 250.
250.
All right,
250, and let's make the last one the 500.
AB Rider just won 250. All right, now let's do another one. And our next one, here we go, chat. TikTok seller 444 just won 250.
Congrats, guys. I'm going to do the drum roll for the last one.
Yes, for the last one. Who's it going to be, guys? Who thinks they're going to win? Put it in the chat if you think you're going to win. Put in the chat if you think you're going to win the $500, chat. Or 500 Wi-Fi.
I wish it was $500.
Bellstar. Congratulations, Bellstar. All right. Let me write it down here. We got Bellstar. And then one more. I am going to be giving away $100 as well. You guys ready for this one? We're giving away $100. This is for the $100 right here. All right. TikTok seller with another one. You know what? We got to do it. We got to do a different one. We can't do that.
Oh.
We gotta spread it out. No, actually, no. TikTok seller won it.
That's how the dice fall.
Yep, that's how the dice fall. So TikTok seller won 250 Wi-Fi and $100 in stablecoin. Absolutely. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations to Bellstar, and congratulations to AB Rider. thank you guys so much for all your support today and for sticking around for the last 4 hours for this. Much appreciation. And is there anything you'd like to say or shout out before you go?
Look, the only thing that I'd like to say is, particularly when engaging with DeFi, particularly when you're new to engaging with DeFi, just be aware that you are likely going to start by losing some money. It's a bit of a different way to trade, but I would say it's the same for all trading, right? I call that the cost of education. When you're engaging with the market for the first time, just like if you're going to learn how to become a doctor or going to learn how to do anything, you need to pay someone to teach you, right? Like that's just how the world works. And in the market, you need to pay to learn because it costs money to engage. But don't be disheartened just because you have a few bad trades or because you have a few experiences that you don't necessarily understand what was happening. What you should really be doing is seeking out more knowledge and more understanding so that you can engage better. And
Absolutely.
with a bit of practice, I've never met anyone that sort of sticks with markets and continues trading for years, right? If you put in 5 to 10 years work, you will reach a point where you can trade effectively, right? Like it's all about time in the market, not timing the market. And I know that that's a cliche at this point, but it really does stand when you're trying to start out. Don't become disheartened by a couple of bad trades, right? Just stick it out, keep learning, have an open mind. And the most important thing is recognize that you can be wrong. And I think that's why the market is so hard on so many people. It's because it really is almost like a live demo of whether what you thought was right was actually right. You get to watch it in real time and you've got your money on it, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people form opinions and then they want to think that their opinions are true. When what the market will teach you really quickly is no one cares about your opinions. What are the facts? Right? Learn to react on the facts. Don't react on your opinions. Use your opinions to build a thesis, and then you can test that thesis on the market. If you're right, you'll make money. If you're wrong, you quickly won't make money. That's fine. Change your thesis, right? That just means
Yes.
that you need to change how you're thinking, right? Don't be disheartened by that. Get excited by it because that's the bit that I love most about trading. It's the way that it taught me to look at the way that I thought about the world and change my opinions based on the evidence, right? It really reinforced what I learned as a science major, which is, your worldview should change based on evidence.
Yes.
But it really reinforced that in real time, right? Because my opinions on things aren't going to move the market. What's going to move the market is everything else, right? So yeah, don't get disheartened by a few bad trades. Always stay focused, always stay on top of the events, form opinions, but then use those opinions to guide yourself and change those opinions when you need to. Right? Don't think that what you think is right by definition, because it won't be.
Absolutely. I call it moon cheese because the we my show is very fact based. We have a fact checker on the show here, and a lot of times we know the truth, but fake news will come out, and so I call that moon cheese. Is that just because the news is fake doesn't mean that it's not going to pump the market, and so we have to like factor
Mhm.
that in and adapt to things. So that
Absolutely.
everything you just said is everything that I have been teaching in my TA class, and you're spot on, 100%.
If possible, at some point in the future, I'd love to do a guest appearance on your TA class. I've got a
Yes.
extensive background on TAing.
Yeah.
And the way that I've sort of evolved my trading over time is I'm very much a market psychology trader now. So I trade market psychology, but I trade spreads, which is sort of my main focus is spread trading, and interest rate trading. And if you've never had sort of an interest rate trader or a spread trader come and have a chat, I'd love to come and have a chat and introduce people to, the I don't know how much work you've done on any of this, which you might have done in past, but particularly working on relative market value and how you can adopt an understanding of relative market value to better understand where cryptos are moving.
Yeah.
right? Because one of the biggest things we lack in crypto, that a lot of people lack in crypto, is an understanding of what's driving the fundamental value inside a token. Why is one token outperforming another token? Outside of a hype cycle, what are the actual technicals underpinning different tokens moving at different rates? Why does Ethereum hitting all-time high, whereas Cardano isn't hitting all-time high?
Right.
And a lot of those answers can be found in relative value between markets. So it's definitely something that I love discussing and chatting about.
Oh, please. I'm sure the class is just, they're ecstatic right now. I see them in the chat, right? I would absolutely love that. I've never actually had a guest in the TA class. So, yeah, message me here on Discord and we'll set that up whenever you're available.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that, Ozthecryptogoat.
Yes, thank
I
you
honestly
very
thought
much.
you were Australian when I came in. You have Oz at the front, and I'm like, oh, this is an Aussie.
Yeah, I get that's how like my Australian group grew so much because they see Oz and they're like, oh, Aussie, like, and because of the time slot that I picked it on purpose because I wanted to reach Australia and the UK and the United States and Canada and reach a more vast amount of people. So that's why it's so late at night. We're here in
Yeah,
California.
that triple point. When you're in LA, man, that triple point is rough.
Yeah. But I don't sleep anyway, dude. I'm a trader. Literally, we have a group chat where we all trade together. The people that are in the class, and we're all hours of the day and night trading. These guys are degenerates. It's crazy. We're
Yeah,
addicted.
I know that feeling well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling very well.
Well, thank
Thanks
you.
so much for having me on, mate. It really has been a pleasure, and I'll hit you up in Discord, and we can organize that soon. I'd love to come and chat about relative market value. I think that's a really good skill for people to start understanding the drivers, the technical drivers between markets, not just of a market.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What was your name again one time, and where can people
Steven.
find you and follow you?
Great point. So actually, I will do a little bit of self promotion here. So on
Please.
my name here, me the Bim. If you type me the Bim into Twitter, you'll find me on Twitter. I'm actually currently hosting regular spaces discussing the intersection between monetary policy and crypto markets. So there's a lot that's been taking place in the monetary policy world. Central banks are doing some wild stuff right now. They're repositioning themselves away from US treasuries and into gold. And this massive shift that's taking place on a fundamental level between currencies is going to really be a driver in the crypto markets is my very core belief
Oh,
over
I
the
believe
next
that too.
year to 2 years. Yeah, exactly, right? So I'm basically running a space now that's discussing exactly that topic. What are the changes that we're seeing across central banks? What are the underpinning fundamentals that are pushing these changes? And how are these changes going to be driving the crypto market? And I mean, it is a bias of mine. I was a bonds trader, but I am of the firm belief that the biggest predictor for crypto markets is the yield curve. And the yield curve is the pricing of bonds out over the next 10, 20, 30 years. And if you look at changes, the steepening of the yield curve that we're seeing, that steepening of the yield curve is indicating bullish signals for the crypto market as we're moving away from a risk on off environment and into a risk on environment.
Yeah.
So I very much believe in. So I'm basically running this space to look at the fundamentals that are taking place. How is the world reacting to these fundamentals? How are governments adjusting to these fundamentals? And how can we position ourselves in crypto to take advantage of those changes? I run that basically every single week. So I believe this week it's going to be on Thursday. So definitely, guys, come and jump into my into my Twitter. And if you're interested in that as a subject, this is something I've been trading for more than 10 years now. Follow Wi-Fi. If you go to my uh, Twitter, you'll see Wi-Fi pasted all over it, but it's just Wi-Fi official, VYFI official. And you can also follow us on Discord and on Telegram under the same names. And if you have any questions about our product, come in, ask away. Either myself, one of our support team, will happily come and help you out with anything that you want to understand. And, don't don't hesitate to say good day. Really, like we're
Yeah.
always around to answer and always around to have a chat, whether that be about trading, whether it's about how to use stuff on our platform. You know, I actually started the Wi-Fi Discord with a trading group. I don't really manage that trading group anymore, being now having to build a lot and manage the company. I don't have as much time to run a trading group, unfortunately. But my first year and a half of that Discord was also built off of a trading group as well. So,
We have a
you
similar
know,
background,
definitely,
you and me.
yeah, absolutely, we do,
That's awesome.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
great match here for the live. And I'm really looking forward to having you come on as a guest for the TA class. So I really
that'll be
appreciate
awesome. I'm looking forward to it too.
your generosity and also your knowledge and creativity that you've brought into the crypto space here. And I commend you for that.
Thank you. That's very kind to hear, and that's very nice of you to say. Um, yeah, look, that's really nice. That's really nice. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
But don't hesitate to follow along, guys. It will really be a pleasure to see any of you guys there and answer anything you guys have to say.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day,
Thanks, mate.
Stephen.
And yourself.
Wow. What an incredible live today, guys. How amazing was that, chat? What a great guy. So it's just after 9 o'clock. We're at like 200 and probably like 50,000 likes plus just on TikTok alone. Thank you for all the gifts. Jesus with the marvelous confetti, and the club power up and the club cheers. Big Baller with the heart me. Alexa with the 19 goats. TikTok Seller with 3 goats. Jesus with a level up Sparks. MMG with a heart me as well. Alexa with another 11 goats. Thank you guys so much. Yes, Stephen is incredible. When I met with his team at Rare Evo, they were very polite and very genuine people. And I just loved hearing about their technology and what they're doing for the space. And I had to have them on. Like, I was like, you guys need to reach out to me. I got to get you on the show. And hopefully you guys were able to gain some insight and some understanding to how to use this technology. And like I said, or like he said, go follow their Discord, get involved with them, find them on X, and ask questions, get and find out how to earn from your trading exponentially. Compound the money that you can earn. All right, and not just be holding these coins, but actually put them to work. And that's the whole goal here, right? Is we want to grow our bags. So thank you all. Thank you, everyone. And another congratulations to AB Rider, Bellstar, and TikTok Seller for today's Wheel of Crypto Fortune. And thank you all so much for being here and for all of your onboarding that you guys did. You guys put in a lot of work for the first couple hours. That's normally not how we do this show, right? I'm usually talking, we're doing the news and everything. And I put you guys to work today and you guys delivered. Thank you guys so much for your support and everything you've done. Make sure you guys, if you're not figured out Abstract, go check that space out. Learn how to use L2 blockchain technology, okay? That space has so many apps and so much to it. It's more than just a live streaming platform. I encourage you to check it out. I am hoping to get someone from Abstract on the show here soon. They are massive, so they are very busy, but we should be able to facilitate learning more about that technology as well. Yeah, any winners from today, DM me, okay, so that I can get your wallet addresses. And if you don't have your wallet yet, I will help you to get a Cardano wallet set up. I believe TikTok Seller may or may not have his. Um, but yeah, those of you who won, make sure you reach out to me and we will make sure you get those airdrops. Yes, everyone is a winner today. And those of you that are in the TA class, you guys are going to learn a lot from this guy. And I'm really excited that I didn't even know he was going to bring that up. What a great guy for him to donate his time like that. So if you're not in the TA class yet, I would recommend you get in as soon as possible because you're not going to want to miss this one, because not only is he going to be there, we will be live for that class. You'll be able to ask him questions. If you get in later, it will be recorded, so you will have access to the information, but you won't be able to ask questions live. And that is going to be so valuable. Understand the value in what it is you are learning from taking these classes. Understand that investing in yourself and your education before you invest into the market is going to save you a lot of money and hardship in the market, okay? Educate yourself before you invest. Okay, that is the best thing I could tell you. Do your own research and stay safe out there, guys, because there are a lot of scams. There are a lot of nonsense, and that's why I want you guys to come to Abstract, because there are no bots, there are no scams. It is just pure, clean crypto layer 2 blockchain live shows. That's what it is, baby. And it's like a combination between Twitch and TikTok and YouTube, all blended in one space. And it's just the beginning. Thank you, Oscar. You're a blessing too, brother. And I appreciate you very much. Thank you all, chat, and I will see you all later. How's everybody doing? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Share it with all your friends, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Welcome to the Ledger Lounge. I am Ozthecryptogoat, and we should have our lovely co-host, Jessie, here in just a moment. Let's invite her up. Don't see Jessie. I see you there. Are you live? Because I'm trying to send you a request. Francesca, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. We're going to get started in just a second here. In the meantime, make sure you're smashing the like button. Don't just tap it. Yeah, come co-host. Blockchain Bullhorn, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Man, I'll tell you what, Blockchain Bullhorn, Calvin, you have an incredible moderator. She's coming on the show, actually. Good to see you, Calvin. Let's see here. There we go. Hi, Jesse. Look at you. You look stunning as always. Welcome, welcome.
Well, I haven't had a great couple days, but I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun in the Discord.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine. If you haven't joined the Discord, you guys got to get over there. We are having so much fun in the Discord. And today after the show, I'll be hanging out in the Discord for a little bit. So come hang out with me. We'll chat. Let's talk flat Earth. Let's talk about flat Earth. We're going to talk a little bit about flat Earth today, actually. I got some stuff pulled up. Jesse, I didn't have time to send you the articles today, so don't worry about it. I'll read them off. Hi.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Do you just hear the music? Is that the problem?
Is it me or is he glitching out? Is it me?
I hear you just fine. We love TikTok Shop.
You're glitching really bad. Like, I don't know if it's just me or my service.
It could be your service. We got to get you on Starlink. If the Earth is flat,
of course, I would never.
Is there two sides or is everything on one side? That is an excellent question.
Are you taking my idea?
No. That's what Nick said in the chat. I'm just reading chat, all right? Chat says the Earth is flat and it has two sides.
For a live.
Well, hey, I don't think the Earth is flat. You know what I think? I think it's hollow. I think it's hollow and the lizard people dwell within. Jesse, go ahead and take it away. I got to work on something here for a second.
No problem. Okay, so I don't have them, but he has them. So there's this, obviously this is for entertainment purposes only, but there's the theory.
This is not for entertainment.
I know.
This is real life.
This is for entertainment purposes only. We do have to say that. But there is this picture of all the other planets being round, yet the Earth is flat. And there are so many theories of why that could be it. And we were talking about the Arctic ice wall and why we aren't allowed in there. Hi, gamer. And so, is it really round or is it flat? And is the ice wall the wall keeping it up, or is there something outside of the ice wall that we're not allowed to see or not allowed to know about? And I actually think that's a pretty cool theory. Yeah. And so I wanted to do it on my show, but I've had a lot going on. But it's a lot of fun to talk about, again, for entertainment purposes only, that people are very divided. But they're willing to accept all the other planets are round, but not ours, which is so weird.
It's because we live in a fishbowl. The Earth is a snow globe. It's a snow globe, okay? And you shake it really hard, and the snow falls down, and all the people scream, "Earthquake!"
It says, I'm treating the elves left Middle Earth and Lord Log the rings through an icy gateway.
What's up, Alexa? How you doing? Welcome. I'm telling you, the Earth is hollow and it's full of pudgy penguins. That's where all the pudgy penguins come from. Have you not seen them all over TikTok? They're everywhere now. Everybody's got one. If you don't have a pudgy penguin yet, you need to get on the pudgy train. The pudgy plane. Forget the train. Get on the pudgy plane. It's just a little bit wider. The pudgy plane is just a little bit wider.
I believe that. the Vatican. Oh, sorry, but we were talking about this. How much the Vatican has, again, entertainment purposes only, because I know what happens and we love TikTok shop. But the Vatican holds so many things that we don't know about. You know, whether it comes to the Bible and things being left out of it. You know, all these things that were lost in time, they probably have. Oh yeah, miles of archives. And if anyone knows the truth, it's got to be the Vatican. And they're not willing to share anything that goes against their narrative.
The Vatican has the underground tunnels in there. And when the FBI raided the Vatican, they found a massive supply of gold and confiscated all of it. And so the Vatican is on top of the catacombs, right? And
yeah, they're the gatekeepers.
They say that the catacombs are whatever, so many miles long. Let me tell you something. The catacombs are much bigger than anything you've ever heard or has been discovered. They continue on further and further into the earth. And I just don't believe the narrative, like the age of when they were built or anything like that. I think that partially some of it is true. But how deep they go. Have you ever thought maybe Earth and life started in the center of the earth and we found our way out? Right? Instead of we're on the outside and now we're digging our way in. What's up? How you doing, guys? You changed your name to Oski. What's going on, Oski? I'll call you Oski instead of Oscar. How were the pyramids built? They were built the same way that they snake charmers. So just like the Pied Piper when he plays the flute and all the mice follow him or whatever, same thing. They play the flute and all the rocks follow, and they grow little legs. Have you not seen what was it, the Pirates of the Caribbean, where the rocks move the ship? Read your Bible, people. This is how it happened.
Okay, first of all, there's different parts of history, but on this one there is a speculation that that we are ruled by people from the outside of the ice wall, which I completely believe. Please research this. There's only been a few people, for entertainment purposes only, a few people, very few, that have been on the other side of the ice wall. Some don't come back. I think there's a story of 2 coming back and others go missing. And, you know, 13 bloodlines. And that's the thing. I think there's something out there that we're just not allowed to see. And I think that's the rest of the earth. Why people believe this part is flat is because we can't see all of it and they don't like us and we're stuck on this side, in my opinion.
I have heard, and I want to talk about your take on this. And I know you were going to save this for your show. So do you want me to save it or do you want to talk about it?
Go for it. We're already in it. Go for it.
Now I forget.
Of course.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
No. I said I had a lot of theories.
It was like the earth is round, but the portion that we're living on is so small compared to what the actual earth is that it seems flat.
Okay, so I need you to listen. I just said that.
I
literally just said that.
Don't yell at me, okay? I'm a person. I have feelings, okay?
Nope,
I have
you're
feelings.
Good. You're good. I want all the information
Alan,
from this
how you
side,
doing?
too. That's what I'm saying, is that we're only seeing, that's why people think it's flat, because we're going like this. But I think like when they go around things, it seems that way. It's going from here to here, not here to here, because there's a whole other part that we're not allowed to know about because they probably don't like us, or whatever the case is.
Or this is the prison. We're all being punished for our transgressions. That's why you're being fed the moon cheese on XRP. You're being punished.
The encyclopedias were changed in 1958 for Antarctica, and that is around the same time every country had put a flag there and unanimously decided no one goes past the wall.
And why? What is the reason? Why can we not go there? I want a vacation with polar bears. I like penguins. Look, I have a penguin right here. I want to hang out with some penguins. Maybe a walrus or two, you know? Is walrus hunting a thing?
I think so.
Is it? That actually sounds really
I don't
cool.
know.
Like, I wouldn't actually hunt the walrus, but I would want to go on like a walrus expedition. There's something about walruses that remind me of my body type that I just need to be with my people.
That's right. Richard Byrd was the pilot for Operation High Jump, and that's something you should look into. It's a bigger rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah. I know
you
about
that,
this.
You know what? When you said that about the walruses and stuff, you know why I think we're not allowed to talk to dolphins? Because they can go anywhere.
Well, I think
they can go anywhere.
I think they understand what we're saying. It's just like it's illegal to talk to ravens. You can teach a raven to like pickpocket people, and it'll like actually learn to speak, and they're like somewhat intelligent, like almost as intelligent as like a I want to say they said like a 7-year-old, and dolphins are even more intelligent than that. So like you can, and if you know anything about 7-year-olds, you can trick your 7-year-old into thinking things. You can manipulate them because they're young. Their minds are underdeveloped, and I think that's part of it. Or maybe they're
Also,
more
they said
sentient than we know.
Dolphins can tell if you're a woman and you're pregnant. How wild is like? I think
Can
that's
they
a
really?
lot of the reasons we're not allowed to talk to them.
Wow.
Oh,
Do you remember
so
that show
Richard-
Flipper? They
Yes.
call him Flipper.
So Richard Byrd, he also crosses the North Pole and said it was just a big hole. The only man to cross both poles.
That's what I'm trying to tell you is the earth is hollow, okay? And you can go inside it. I have been in the underground cities. I have seen this stuff. It is real. The underground catacombs, and there's whole cities underground.
Well, that's the theory. Inside, it's hollow, but it's lush and full of all these things.
Yeah, some say that there's another sun.
It's called Agatha. The inside, it's like lush and beautiful, and there's all this, scenery, but we're not allowed in it.
And that's where like the dinosaurs and the Leviathan are supposedly at, and different things like Godzilla, the Titans, right?
They came from somewhere.
Right. I mean, you can't. I always say this. You can't write this shit, right? It's because like it had to come from somewhere. It had to come from somewhere, right? Like you just can't. People just don't come up with original thoughts. Everything stems from something else, right?
Right.
So, like, what brought people to think these thoughts, right? Oh, we're live on YouTube. It's actually working. YouTube's actually working. Yeah, and we got our blue check mark on X. That's pretty awesome. If you don't follow me on X, make sure you do, because we're probably not going to be here on TikTok anymore. I'm just fed up. Maybe we stick around if things change, but come September, there's supposed to be a bunch of new changes with TikTok. And if it just becomes another headache, I'm gone. We're going to X. Because there's a whole society of moon cheesers there that we need to reach. Look at what we did with Josh. We were able to wipe the moon cheese off of Josh's feet and place him somewhere where he can be loved and respected and not dumped on every month.
Yes, we could. It said the conspiracy wasn't created till after JFK. So they faked the moon landing, then everyone caught on, and then they were like, "There's a hole in the earth."
Right? TikTok seller says, Oz, you got to see the video he sent me. What video? Is it on Discord? We will watch it right now. You don't even know, chat. Like, if you're not in the Discord, you are missing out.
We're having fun.
It is so much fun. I have a million times more fun on Discord than any other platform. And I've been hanging out in there more. It was kind of just like not really going. Lately, it's been going. And if you're in the TA class, we have a special chat for the TA class where we're going over things and we're learning the charts, and I'm coaching. You guys are like posting pictures of the charts and things and showing me what you see and what I see. Check my DMs on Discord. Let me see here.
Yeah, Discord is a
Oh.
lot of fun. And
Oh,
I know who like doesn't like things and does it, and I rage bait, and then the whole conversation takes off because
Oh.
it's funny to me.
all right, hold on.
Don't forget to do some TA in between.
Oh, we're gonna TA the heck out of today, but today's gonna be a little bit more fun. The CEO that was supposed to come on today reached out to me and said, "Hey, got to cancel." Was on phone call. They're in Australia, okay, mind you. So they're gonna come on later. This week. We've already rescheduled. They are coming on, and but we have to understand this is a CEO, right? Like, let's be understanding.
Shall become a trumpet, says the Lord.
Yeah, that's why I'm here today. I wasn't feeling great. I've had a rough week,
Shall become a
but
trumpet.
I love this show,
Are you
and
listening to
I don't
me?
want to see it die because
I will raise up
we love TikTok
a
shop.
to become a trumpet. It will be a praying president, not a religious one. But I will fool
No, I
the
can't
people,
hear it, right?
says the Lord.
You can't hear
I
it?
will fool the people. Yes, I will. God says, the one that is chosen shall go in, and they shall say, he has hot blood. For the Spirit of God says, yes, he may have hot blood, but he will bring the walls of protection on this country in a greater way, and the economy of this country shall change rapidly, says the Lord of hosts. Listen to the word of the Lord. God says, I will put at your helm for 2 terms. A president that will pray, but he will not be a praying president when he starts. I will put him in office, and then I will baptize him with the Holy Spirit
It might
and
be
my
your
power,
audio settings.
says the Lord of hosts. Now God says, a president that I will bring into the White House. And they will
Now
say,
God
he is ungodly.
says, God
He does not know
spoke
God.
to me.
But
He screamed in my
even
asshole
as
and told
Jesus
me
disguised
that
himself
this is what's going to
for the
happen,
great
guys.
feast. So I have disguised this man's
You know what the
heart.
Bible says?
And when
Beware
he
of
comes
false
to the White
prophets.
House, not only shall he be mine,
Can you guys hear
but
me
he shall
better?
pray as a man that has never
I hear you
prayed
just fine.
in the White House.
Okay.
Is anybody excited about this? That same man, that same
They're the
man, says the
individual,
Spirit
but
of
they're a
God
lot harder
shall
for
put his
Tesla.
feet
Like, so
onto
much
this
harder.
platform, and God says they will
My
say,
chat
how
says
did
we
this
can hear
take
you.
place? Laws shall
Okay.
change. Young men
I
and
can't
young
hear the
women
video you're
shall have
playing
access
at all.
into the kingdom,
I even have
and
the
with
audio
authority
for it
into
turned up.
politics, and with authority
might just
into
be
the
me.
industries that now have been controlled by
Chat, can you hear the
darkness.
video?
I haven't.
Because of this man,
Francesca,
that shall
I haven't
rule
tried
for
the
another
bottom
2
ones. I'm
terms, for
scared
2
I'm gonna
terms.
touch my
God
eye.
said, do not fear, for the Lord says there will be no unnecessary stuff. But
Jesse,
there will
when are
be
you gonna
things
do my
that men shall
eyelashes?
question. Fear not, for you shall
Ah,
sit in
when
that
you buy
seat,
'em, do you
and
know how
suddenly
expensive they are?
my spirit
Sir?
shall come upon him and
I
baptize
do
him
not.
with a fire
Would be
and with
the first
anointing,
thing.
says the Spirit of the Lord.
Hey, Jesus, thank you for the heart me flex, the hat and mustache.
More war.
Thank you, everyone, for the gifts. I appreciate that.
Fredrum
You
for
guys
the
are
heart me,
amazing.
Big Baller for the heart me, Oscar for the heart me, Mar Lopez for the heart me, Francesco for the heart me, Revolution for the heart me. Revolution sent me. Aw. Who's Revolution? Who's that?
Hey,
Big Baller, thank you for the
I've
let
seen
him cook.
God doing it right now.
Thank you,
The
Fredrum.
source of energy is very important to you.
I
People are
wish.
listening all over
I
the
wish
world.
everything was
And
that
I
simple.
had 2 clues, which I'm going to give you
Hold on,
one
let's
today.
listen to this.
Okay? I'm going to give you one clue now, which I haven't spoken of yet. You ready, Mr. Codebreaker?
Anybody
I'm
shilling
the code
XRP in the name of Jesus?
And then the
I
other one is
rebuke
the
you.
tree, the oak tree, which is a symbol which
That's a
people have been
stretch.
researching,
That's
not,
a stretch.
not yet revealed.
Jesus told
People are
you to,
researching
or
it because it's a
Yubi
puzzle.
says,
God won't give us everything, but it's not
Brad
the right time.
Garling Mouse
But something
is
starting with an
Judas
X,
in the Bible.
and it has a P in it.
oh,
Is a very profound something
Look at this.
that's going to be
And
worth
Brad is
investing in.
God.
And I can't
Oh
say
my
the whole
God.
thing because I don't know it.
that's
But
like
I had a
passing out the
dream,
money
and I
grabbed
saw
3
an
times
X,
at church. I know,
and I
right?
think there
Yeah.
may have been a number and,
And you
something
can
else,
move
and
them
then
just,
P.
yeah, I'm trying.
Now,
It's like, don't give to
I'm
my
I'm
afraid.
church.
not giving you what I
Buy
prophetically
XRP
hear.
so that I
Otherwise,
can get it
I could
personally.
be accused of
Be
representing
my
a
exit
company,
liquidity.
which of course they could take me to court on that, but I'm not going to. That's what I'm hearing, and most people know.
Is
I
there
hear
a
things
church
like
of
with the Holy Spirit, and I
XRP?
just say
Because
it.
if there's not,
And
I
so
feel
it's
like
a
we're going to make a
prophetic
lot of
voice.
money on moon cheese
But it's
there.
also giving signs to
These
the
people just like putting money in
that
the plate.
It's the time
Yes.
for the release of this new source of energy. Now,
Yeah, I was going to say you
What
can
is
stop
going
there.
on here? Chat.
So how interesting. Okay, a couple of things I thought of was obviously there's the platform X, but he saw
Wasn't
X
there a
with
Church of
something
the
in the middle
Fawns?
and a P.
Or
Now,
am
know
I
there's
thinking
an
of Family Guy?
XRP.
That was Family Guy.
Yeah.
There is a
What's
weed
up with
church though,
XRP? I forgot.
where they
So-
celebrate like
Well,
marijuana
it's a
is the
crypto-based
burning
thing, but
bush,
There's a lot of things
and they
happening
burn the
with
bush
XRP right now.
in the
And
church.
Chris, go ahead. What did they just announce
I'm
the other
listening.
day?
Yeah, I'm
the
about
Swiss,
this life.
was-
And it's this
was it
total
Swiss
like
bank
long-haired
said they
hippie
were gonna
dude.
Start allowing people to purchase
Love it.
gold with
Yeah,
XRP.
and
You sold me, bro.
Yep.
yeah,
You
And,
sold me.
XRP
We're
just
good.
won. They
and,
just
and
settled
they
with
they
the
don't
SEC.
sell the
They've been
weed; they
tied up
collect donations.
in a court case for
And they have
years
these
with
like
the
events
SEC.
where they
And
close the
just
doors and they do
recently,
like a
all of this
lock-in,
stuff is starting to be
and they light
unleashed.
trash cans of weed on
You know,
fire.
I'm just kind of learning about it myself, so it's pretty exciting, and
Oh
I've
my
never heard
gosh.
that one before. And
No,
as soon as we said those
Okay,
two,
I can't
texted-
anymore with this nonsense. Okay, Josh, if you're in the chat, Josh, really, Josh. Big Baller says, bro. Josh, really?
People are all over the place.
I'm just saying, like, I get it. I get the idea. Look at, Scientology, right? These people.
No. The Church of Beep Boop. You can't say that
church-
word. We love TikTok
Right.
shop.
Oh, yes, we
Can't
love
say that word.
TikTok shop. The church of Beep Boop, right? The Beep Boopers, all right? I get it. It's a science fiction novel. They turned it into something more. Whatever. If there is a God, okay, they will be dealt with. But this is what I'm talking about, is people need hope. They need something to believe in. They need to belong to something. They need to feel like they're welcomed and brought into something, and so I understand. There are so many people that are longing for connection. And these people pray. They pray, like not pray. They prey on these people. Okay? And they milk them for everything they got.
And that's people want to be a part of something. They just, whether they're lonely or not, people, even a family, you can feel unseen. Just people want to be a part of a community.
Yeah. I mean, we have our community
and that's
here.
true. Mm-hmm.
I do have to admit, I did not realize the connections and friendships and community that would grow from all of this. And I have people that I would call friends or family all around the world now. And they tune in and day out. TikTok seller and Big Baller. A lot of these people I've actually met in real life, spent time with, and it's become a real thing. It's kind of like mind-boggling. Like, look at Mother of Dragons. She is all the way in Australia, yet she's here every single day in all of our lives, so supportive and helping. She is the positive troll, she says, and I just adore her. I adore her so much. She is such a good, kind-hearted wine mom. I love it.
Yeah, I can't count the times I've gone to Francesca because I'm freaking out. So I get it. I've met some such amazing people on here, and please believe us when we say, like, you've become just part of this community, and it's a lovely one, to say the least.
TikTok seller says, when did you meet me? Did I miss that? No, I didn't meet you. I was talking about other people, but we've spoke on the phone. We talked. I spoke on the phone with you today, right? Like, that's kind of awesome. I do have to say, TikTok seller, you have the most intriguing voice. Your voice draws people in. No wonder you're good at selling. Like, it's your voice. You should be a car salesman, or you were born for your voice. You could do radio. Like, I don't understand why you don't do lives. I get it. You're doing school and everything, but yeah, you have an incredible voice. I wonder if you can sing. Can you sing? I like
Leave
to
the
pretend
child
like
alone.
I can.
Oh, can't wait to meet my pole dancing mother. I mean, me too. Is there a number we can call?
I'm working on getting your sample, TikTok seller. I already spoke on the phone, and it is in the works. All right? 'Tis in the works. Big Baller, if you're listening, I'm not saying the BG word until we have a contract.
That, and we love TikTok Shop. Might
We
not like it.
love TikTok Shop. Boom. That's where it's at right there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like to shill, okay? But proof of stake is so much cheaper than proof of work. And it's not going anywhere. Proof of stake is going to stick around. And when you're earning that APY through staking in a bear market, and at the end of the bull run, you're still making money. How is that going anywhere? All right. So we were talking about flat Earth. Since we're already there,
Just for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah. This is on Hollow Earth.
Just scratched the surface of the Earth. We drilled down like 8 miles, and we had to stop because it got too hot. Out of 4,000 miles, basically, to the core of the Earth, we went down 8. That's nothing.
Hollow Earth legends have existed since ancient times and have survived to this very day. Proponents of this theory see the world in layers, with an underworld realm containing an advanced civilization, supported by different atmospheres.
I have to make it like this, otherwise they'll do the stupid
even a
thing
miniature
with
sun
the
at
thing,
its center.
because we love TikTok shop.
However, modern science holds
with the
that the
thing.
Earth is an unbroken series of layers, crusts, and liquid magma surrounding a dense hot core made primarily of iron and nickel. But in the 17th century, some of the scientific minds of the time had a different theory, that the planet is actually hollow. This idea has proved incredibly durable. Even today, a dedicated group of Hollow Earth believers is tirelessly working
That's
to
what I'm talking
validate
about, the
their
hole
theories
in the
through
top.
books, websites, meetings, and ambitious travel plans.
Do you think it's only on one side?
But is the Hollow
It
Earth
could be
theory
on
even
both
possible?
sides.
And who started this theory?
What are we
and
looking
why?
at? The theory that the
What is
Earth
the
is
kingdom
hollow?
of Agartha? Let's try and
It's
find
liquid
out.
in the center. See,
I
there's
have-
different theories.
Hello, I'm Mike Droberg,
I
Marine
have
Corps
been
veteran,
very
and
deep in
filmmaker. We will try to answer these questions on today's episode of Forgotten History.
You don't have to say it like that. That sounds weird.
I've been balls deep.
It's just the North Pole. If it's flat, it's just the North Pole. That's true too. I know, right? Or that's where the lost city of Atlantis is, and we just never found it because it went underground. Was like, I hate everybody, we're done.
Have you heard?
And that's why the technology we have for like the pyramids and all this stuff came from them. And then they're like, oh my god, these people are dumb and just
Hollow
went
Earth
in the
legends
earth. I
have
don't know.
existed since ancient times.
there was
Eden,
a story,
and
a
Asgard,
folklore
to name a
about
few.
these two children that
Multiple
came out
cultures
of like
and
a cave,
religions, such as
and their skin
Christianity,
was green
Hindus,
because they'd never
Buddhists,
seen
and others
the
all
sun
convey a similar
before.
story of human origins,
Right? And they were
place
from
of human
Hollow
torment,
Earth.
mythical races, or even gods living in
What
deep
is
caves
above is
away
also
from the world.
below.
Ooh, as
Francesca
above,
said-
so below.
In Christianity,
Yeah,
the center of the
that's
earth
yeah.
is the
She
last
said that she
place
believes that's
where
from the
one would
Bible,
want to
which
end up.
I think
It is the
everything
location of
there's
hell,
bits like I don't believe all of
place
it,
of
but there's
eternal
bits and
torment.
pieces of every
The
story
Bible used many
that
graphic
all
details
come
to
together
describe
in
hell.
some way.
Nick
You know,
Beamer,
the whole
Huge
story's not
six.
real.
thank you
Hell is
for
a
the
prison
subscription.
for everlasting
AB
chains
Ryder,
from which
thank
there
you
is
for
no
the
hope
heartbeat.
of release. Mark 9 verses 47
Don't
and
forget, if
48
you need
is
fact
the
checking,
place of excruciating misery, where
on
the worm
Hollow
does
Earth,
not die.
you need fact checking on Hollow Earth.
And in Luke
Okay,
16
that's all
verses
Jesse.
22 to 24,
So hop on over to
hell is
Jesse's
a
live,
place
give
of
her a follow,
agonizing
subscribe
thirst
to her,
that can never be quenched.
and she will do any
I'll fact
fact
check
checking on
anything
First
that I
person to
can.
possibly scientifically
Hi, AB.
speculate
Yeah,
about a hollow Earth
usually
was none
people
other than
ask me
Edmund
about
Halley,
crypto,
the
and
Halley's
that is
Comet
a lot
fame.
easier information
Proposed in
to find.
1692, a way of
But
explaining anomalous compass
four
readings.
kerners, yeah,
And
four
you don't
corners.
use AI,
Oh, that's true.
right?
That Earth is
You're
a series
digging.
of nested
No,
You're
I
spherical
hate.
shells spinning in different
I
directions.
Excuse
all
me, I
surrounding the central
despise
core.
AI. I do
His
not like
view,
X. That
based
is
on
not a
his
form of
readings of
news.
magnetic
So I
fields
have to
and
actually
his
dig deep
understanding
to
of the
find
gravitational influence of the sun and the
accurate
moon
things from
on the Earth,
actual
this model could explain any
the government
discrepancies
pages
in
and
magnetic field
from the
measurements.
actual pages of
It
whatever
also
it is you're having
suggested
me look into.
spaces between
If
each
dinosaurs
shell might
existed,
contain
why
luminous
didn't the
atmospheres
Mayans or
capable of
Egyptians
supporting
ever
life.
mention them? Because they
This
were
idea
extinct
was
before
expanded
that.
upon for the next few centuries. Changing the view of
Aztecs have
multiple
pictures
spheres
of them.
theory for the notion
Let me tell
of
you,
the
the
entire interior of
Vikings
the Earth being one
talk
large
about
cavern.
the
Generally,
dinosaurs.
this
The
new view
dragons
of
are the
Hollow
same
Earth
thing as
is
dinosaurs.
accompanied by the theory of a
Read
small
your
sun
Bible,
that
people.
hangs in the very center, creating
But
a
what if
lush,
you don't believe in
livable
that? And it says,
environment on
as
the flip
from the
side of
Bible,
Earth's
the angels
surface.
took items to the
These
four
visions of
corners
Hollow
of the
Earth
earth.
was even further
If
developed
it's
among
round,
famous
how can you?
mathematicians and scientists,
Four corners.
such as Leonard
There
Euler
were
in the
dragons.
18th century.
Yeah, dinosaurs
Sir
is a
John
new
Leslie
age term, and I
in
think
the
it's the
19th
same
century.
thing. The Aztecs
In
drew them.
1818, John
Drew them
Cleves
in the
Symes
walls.
Jr.
Of course, all
published his
you know,
circular number one,
sacrificing
declaring
children
to the
for
world
water,
that
but
the
like
earth is hollow.
they did have them.
Symes,
They've been
veteran of the War of
indigenous, have been here
1812,
for a very
soon
long
became
time.
maybe the most famous and successful proponent
You
of
know,
the Hollow
after
Earth
being
theory.
so deep in
His
the
initial
earth
vision of the
and
Earth's
seeing
interior
all of the
was like a
catacombs
simplified
and the
version
different
of Halley's
things that
multi-layered
we
model,
built
with
under
the
there,
exception that Symes' version included
I believe
huge
it's hollow.
holes at the north and south
Okay?
poles, which allowed
Like, there's
access
it just
to the hidden world
keeps
inside.
on going. We're
These
talking
holes
about
was a unique
miles and
addition to the
miles
Hollow Earth
deep
theory, would even come
going
to be known
into
as
the
Symes'
earth.
hole.
Like,
Symes proposed to conduct an expedition to
I
the
think
North
there's
Pole.
lost
He was sure
civilizations
they
or
could locate one of these
civilizations that
entrances
don't want to be
and gain
found.
access to
maybe
the
it's
inner
And
just
it's and
caves,
He
right? Like,
believed
just
that the
hollow
interior of
spots
the earth
in the
is full of
earth.
life,
Like, doesn't
saying that the
necessarily
inside
mean
of
that
the
the
earth
entire
would be
earth is
stocked with
hollow.
fruits,
There's got to be,
vegetables,
like,
and animals,
you know,
if not
caves
men.
and caverns and things
Symes
that,
believed
that we've
his
never
theory was
even
not
found
science
yet.
fiction, but science fact. In 1822,
So
Symes
that
was
is another
eventually
thing.
able to convince
China's
enough
been
people
around for
of the
5,000
possibility of
years.
this
Wrap your
hollow
head
earth.
around that. 5,000 years.
And they got
Okay?
the dragons.
Actually got Congress to vote
And
on
they have,
funding
yep,
for
and
the
it's just
expedition.
all countries around the
Grant was
world have
shot down,
always
but
depicted
Symes
dragons
believed
in different
the inner
forms.
earth never
There's
died.
even some that are
He continued
ancient
to
from
campaign
10,000 years
for a
ago
hollow
that
earth
predict
theory
that show
until his
human
death in
and
1849.
writing something
And
crazy.
even after Symes' death,
Chinese
his
zodiac
idea
has
continued to
dragons and
thrive
all of the
amongst
other
community.
animals are real,
Students
but
and
that one.
admirers
And how could
of
that
Symes'
be?
work, and even Symes' own
The Great
son
Wall of China,
became
that's just,
published
yeah,
material
Roman aqueducts,
explaining
Great
his
Wall of
theory.
China. Like, all of
Then,
these are
in
connected
1864,
somehow.
Okay,
Jules
okay.
Verne
The Great
published
Wall
A
of
Journey to the Center of
Tartaria.
the Earth,
Okay,
proposed a
the
strange world
wall
inside of our own.
is
While it
facing
was
the
not the first
opposite
work of
direction.
fiction to propose such
So
a
the
thing,
Wall of
we
China
argue that the first such work
is
of fiction regarding
where the
inner earth
Tartarians
was Dante's
built
poem Inferno.
to keep the
However,
Chinese
Verne's work
out.
quickly became the benchmark for such fantasy tales, giving steam to a whole
Um,
subgenre of subterranean science
Oscar
fiction.
says in the
Many of
Bible,
these
Genesis
stories
mentions
use theories of
dinosaurs. Yes,
alien
it also
science
mentions
as
the
a
great
jumping-off point
Leviathan,
for tales of prehistoric jungles,
the great
highly
serpent.
advanced, lost races of humankind.
Okay,
But where did these
it
stories and
mentions
ideas
a
of inner
talking
Earth originate
snake.
from? Well, Agartha is a mystical kingdom of lore,
Look at
located
this.
in the center of the Earth.
Argartha.
Its entrances lie somewhere
This
deep
is
in
what
the
I'm talking
Himalaya.
about.
The
And
subterranean
there's like a
kingdom
inner
links
sun.
all the continents on Earth through an incredible network of tunnels created by a race of powerful beings
very probable.
called the Old Ones. They
Because
far
we don't know
surpass humans
everything. We
physically
have
and
no
spiritually.
idea.
as well as
the government's not going to tell you the truth. They never do.
I think the lizard people come from Middle Earth.
Aware of all happenings on the surface.
And Middle Earth is where the real
government know
like
city already.
people in control and in power live, and it's kind of like Hunger Games, right? And we're in the outer districts,
vast libraries,
living here on the surface,
transportation
and the inside
flying vehicles.
Is
many proponents of
the enchanted world
are actually from inner Earth and not an off-world phenomenon.
Assalamu alaikum. Are you thinking about buying a franchise business? Don't.
Don't buy
the Great Wall of Mexico.
Civilization once thrived.
Is that a thing?
However,
is it?
The world more violent,
I don't know. I mean, listen.
I'm telling you, only Mexicans could have built that thing.
Rise again.
Right, we didn't need the. I'm sorry, and it's just not racial. I'm just saying, when people think of conspiracy, they're like, "Oh, how did they do that in Egypt?" Nobody questions the ones in Mexico. They're like, "Yeah, they built him. We know they built him." We will all. We are rock, but we are interdimensional. Yeah, the word dinosaur wasn't created till 1858.
Let's go down the interdimensional train. Have you ever tasted the color blue?
Sanskrit in the 19th century.
All right.
He came into contact with the mysterious
and we
blue
can't
raspberry.
We can't talk about certain things, right?
Sharif, whose backstory is murky.
There are
entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, well, there are certain things out there that you can partake in that allow you to leave this body and enter in these other dimensions. And I have been to these places, man. And here's the thing: is
that an ancient world
I feel like we need to go
to within the Hollow Earth
to Twitch.
200 BC.
No, let's just. It doesn't matter. We're doing what we're doing. We're gonna get whatever. Might as well go with it, and that's why I say to keep saying for entertainment purposes only that this is not, you know, this is just speculation, and that's all you have to say.
Well, for entertainment purposes only, I was involved with some experimentation
in early 1947
with
Bird was indeed in Antarctica,
some three-letter agencies,
also called Task Force 68,
and we were
which was a United States Navy operation.
We were testing this certain thing, and they were at. Here was the thing: is like we were studying
flying over the frigid landscape. Bird's instruments went
the way that
he saw
this certain substance
among the snowy mountain ranges.
Everyone would like, you know, certain things. It's like you're on your own place or whatever, and you're wherever. But this, in particular, everyone would see the same things. Everyone would go to the same place and engage with the same entities. And they started having no, I didn't do this, but I
concern to him,
you know, watched this and was a part of this study.
After their meeting, they sent Bird
and
to the surface.
They were mainlining this stuff because it dissipates very quickly. Okay, and it'd be gone within 10 minutes. You're back to reality, right? And they were mainlining these people for years on end, months.
After losing World War II.
And testing all different things, and people lived in this world. And mind you, when you're on this,
the 1950s was to gain access to this mystical kingdom.
In this realm, there is no
research of Rodney Clough. Is that the
there is no
Earth
time.
Is about 800 miles thick.
Time goes out the window.
To the inner surface.
Right.
For entertainment purposes only.
World top secret.
For entertainment.
You got to keep saying that. There we go.
For entertainment purposes, we love TikTok Shop.
Then there's empty space.
Absolutely.
And then something else.
Look at that. See that picture right there? That's what I'm talking about.
Interior sun that is divided by
an inner sun, and that's why the center is so
hot. It is
hot.
believed that the Earth is in fact hollow and home to all manner of a super race and megafauna. Why have we never contacted them or gone there? Well, according to Clough,
Oz does not have the auto clicker on right now.
Banking conspiracy. Work to cover up the existence of Hollow Earth.
This is all you.
We're just having a fun day today.
I mean, I could turn it on.
You know what?
But I got a letter from TikTok that says that if you do that, you're going to get hit with a banana in the face. A 1-inch Loch Ness monster banana.
Including the dropping of financial backers.
Exactly. F1 in the chat. Entertainment purposes only.
The expedition was put on hiatus.
Entertainment personalities only.
Team of
there we go. Entertainment and educational. I've had a really long week and not much sleep, so please forgive me. I tried my best,
thank you for
and
the goats.
I'm all over the place. Entertainment and educational purposes only.
Queen Bee, welcome.
Even if they don't
Haven't
find
seen
it,
you in a while.
the Hollow Earth theory will likely continue on.
You know, I DM'd you,
humans
Queen
can
Bee,
actually
and
peer
you never
into the
reached
Earth's
back
core.
to me.
Who can
I
say
wanted to
that
help
it's not
coach
filled
you.
with a superior race, Nazis,
ETH is a good buy.
aliens,
ETH is going to
or a
10K.
very small sun? Let us know
Maybe
your
like
thoughts
8K.
on the Hollow Earth theory in the comments below.
But yeah, 5
Thank
to
you for
8K.
watching Forgotten History. Please like, share, and subscribe.
All right, so that was interesting, right? The Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
Okay, like for entertainment purposes only, right? I think that that's the more plausible, reasonable explanation of what's going on, that the Earth is hollow. And, you know, we actually have done tests on the moon where we set a nuke off in the moon, and we were able to hear that the moon is hollow, right? So why it rang like a bell. So if the moon is hollow, why wouldn't why wouldn't we be hollow? Why is that so unlikely? You know what I mean? Because look at all the caves there are. I'm not saying it's completely hollowed out like that picture they're showing. I think that there's massive underground tunnel systems, and there's massive caverns and openings and things that we have built and settled into. Maybe it's more than that. What do you think, Jesse?
I think we're never going to know, but I think every planet serves some sort of purpose in our galaxy, solar system, however you want to see it. Everything serves a purpose. I don't believe that they're empty or there's nothing on it. So but we can see from any telescope that those other ones are round. So it's hard
or they're flat.
For us to believe that
they're round on one side.
No, that's okay. So what? They're just a half circle? You don't think that's so? You think we're a half circle? Is that what it is?
Yeah, like a snow globe.
There's a flat other line. Like there's a flat other line of just. There has to be civilization, or this doesn't work. We go back and forth, right, towards the sun. So that would mean this part is completely away, and wouldn't get the sun. But then that doesn't make sense if we turn it to get night and day.
Well,
does that make
the
sense?
flat earthers think that there's like a sun and a moon that kind of like rotate like this, and they're like artificial, and that's what creates the day and the night.
Right. What was it? 1 second.
Here's the thing.
Is
I don't believe in the flat earth stuff until I start, because we have the airport out here, and I'm getting my pilot's license. And when you look into flight paths, you start to understand why the flight paths are the way they are. But I think you're right, Jesse. I think it's that the portion of the world that we know of and we're exposed to seems flat. The Earth is round, but we're only seeing
only getting a portion.
Right. So there's so much more out there here that we have been isolated from. That seems...
Which is why they keep the Arctic wall so safe. No country. All of them are set up there, and all of them have decided, for entertainment purposes only, all of them have decided that no one gets to go past it. Why?
They're afraid we're going to get their plastics in their water. They don't want the plastics in the water.
Don't play with me. But my thing is that...
That is a real thing.
That's why... No, but that's why you're not allowed to talk to dolphins, because they're the only ones who can get to the other side.
Ooh.
Because why should it be illegal? I should be able to talk to whatever fish I want to talk to, but even if you talk to them or try to come up to them, you can pet them. If someone catches you, jail.
I feel like I was born here. I should be able to go wherever I want.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like I was born on this planet. So I'm allowed to go anywhere on the planet that I want. And I feel like I should have the right to leave it if I want. if I want to leave this planet, I have the right. Like, who says that you have to stay where this imaginary line is? You know, just because they wrote something on a piece of paper, now all of a sudden there's an imaginary line here? I don't know.
You know how I feel about that. We all belong to Earth. You don't tell me which part of Earth I belong to.
Oh, I know.
That's not how
I'm
this
rage
works.
baiting you 100%.
Don't do that. That's not going to end well for anybody. Don't do
How
that.
do you talk to
Trump
dolphins?
said Europe.
No.
Trump said Europe has super secure borders. Yeah, we are on Earth. He said even poor countries. That's not. That's. Don't you try to rage bait me too. We all belong to Earth. We're all humans. There is no such thing as this is your part and this is my part. We belong wherever we call home. Period. And I think the imaginary lions are just that, imaginary lions. Dolphins are smarter than us, yeah, and I think that's why we're not allowed to talk to them.
Oscar
They're
says,
not
how do
supposed
you
to
talk
learn our
to
language.
dolphins? How do you talk to dolphins? You don't, because you're not allowed to. And if you do, straight to jail.
I think what it is that they can learn to understand your language. So dolphins make almost childlike sounds to get your attention. They make adult sounds to get your attention. And I think if you talk to them, they start learning the language and then they relay that information somewhere else that they clearly don't want it relayed to.
Chat.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Chat, we need one more heart me.
But they're communicating with other mammals in the sea or ocean, just not those mammals just aren't as smart.
Yes.
But dolphins are as smart as people. Why do cops care so much to arrest you? That's what I'm saying. So I want you to go look at the crime, and it can be up to 5 years for talking to a dolphin for entertainment purposes only and educational purposes. How much time you could, and it's a federal crime, that you can get up to 5 years just for talking, petting, associating with the dolphin.
Yet they have dolphins in captivity that they're allowed to talk to.
And they're also not allowed out of captivity. That's why they're not allowed out of captivity. Have you ever heard, other than like whales being released back into the wild, do you ever hear about dolphins? No. They're just gone.
G-Rod
and
says,
replaced with something
where
else.
are you guys coming up about not talking to dolphins?
Look it up. It's a federal law.
It's a federal law.
To tell you, it's a federal law.
You can't
Federal
talk to
law.
dolphins. You can't skydive on a Sunday if you're
Oh my God.
a woman in, I think it's Maine. You can tell I haven't done a live stream in a while. You can tell I haven't done a live stream in a while. All right, we're back from being on tour. We're live. All right, we're back from being on tour. We're live. All right, we're back from being on tour. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Discord. All right, all right. Almost there. Let's see. Let's invite some people. There we go. All right. We should probably do some music too, huh? Yo, what's up, G-Rod? Long time no see, man. Let's listen to the new album. That sounds like a... Yo... There we go. Let's see here. We can
On the floor feels thin and the
So I have a lot of chats going on right now. So if I don't read your chat, it's because I'm either playing or I can't see it. But I'm on Pump Fun. So if you want to come chat with me on Pump Fun, I'll periodically check. If you're watching on X, I won't have it pulled up. But if you're on YouTube or Pump Fun or Abstract, I'll come check you out. Yo, what's up everybody on Abstract? How you guys doing? If you're watching, you know, I'm gonna leave Abstract's chat open because Abstract is legit, man. Let's see here. Casual. You are underfilled. Get you on in here. Let me see. So when I go to play Rebirth, it says this.
Okay, so you're gonna play a different game mode.
Why can't I play this?
Because they updated their security ends. We have to update something we can't update.
Which is what?
The motherboard.
So we can't play with our motherboard that we have?
No, we have to update it, but the only way we can update it is something we don't have.
Which is what?
A flash drive and the right stuff, which we don't have.
Okay, how do we get it?
You just buy a flash drive.
I have a flash drive. All right, I'll
you
pull
have
it
an empty 32 gigabyte flash drive.
Dude, I have like empty like gigabyte half.
32 gigabyte flash drive.
Yeah.
An empty one.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's what we would need, and it would take like.
I think I have like 4 of them.
But it only limits certain game modes right now. But it's because they changed their security things, so people can't hack.
Oh, nice.
But
Okay.
it also made it so everyone has to update to new software.
Okay. Well, that's good, I guess. All right, we'll deal with that later then.
Yeah, it has to be a different time.
Okay.
There's something we really can't do.
Yeah. All right, we can do that later.
I'll let you play normal.
Do casuals, battle royale.
Oh, I guess they restricted you entirely. It's not what it said it's supposed to do. That's not good.
It says searching for match filled.
Yeah, same thing. Oh, so they just restricted you entirely then. I might have to do normal thing right now.
It won't even let me do that.
Oh, you don't have to back up 7. You don't have that. Do you have backup 7?
I think I do.
So we have to install it.
Do I have 20 gigabytes?
Yeah, we have the storage. Storage is not the issue.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
So you can't even play anymore.
Yeah, you have to update the motherboard. They changed the security feature. I was looking it up though. It said you're supposed to still be able to play normal things, but I guess you're not even supposed to be able to do that. That's stupid. Most people don't know how to update their BIOS, so I barely know how to do it.
Battle Royale.
I won't even let you play that. That's stupid. It's supposed to Battle Royale or casual. Or like Battle Royale.
Alright, so what this one is.
No, it's not. Go back. They're not totally level. Battle Royale. What?
But casuals.
Yeah, well, it's saying
Battle Royale.
It's being specific saying Battle Royale. I guess. Maybe it doesn't like. I don't know. It said you're supposed to still be able to play. When I'm looking it up online. So the only Battle Royale casual available.
So I can't play anything.
Well, let's go to Battle Royale. But fine. I guess you just can't play anything, yeah. That's stupid. It said you're supposed to play it online.
Wow.
I know. That's stupid. And then that's Black Ops 7. Which is gonna be the same thing, I think. Wow. That is really stupid. Online, I looked it up. It said you can play it still. That's stupid. Great to know I was even missing. It's good to know I was misinformed.
This has got to be new.
Yeah. Well, I was looking it up. It's to the most recent BIOS update was literally a couple, like this month. So I'm guessing they changed it this month. And you can only update your BIOS with a flash drive and greens. That's stupid.
So we need a flash drive.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it?
Yeah.
You have to buy a fucking flash drive.
Yeah, you have to so you have to manually flash the BIOS and update it externally. Because if it updates itself, it could break itself and never work again. And that's why you do not ever even do that. Yeah.
Is there any way to use the external hard drive as a flash drive? Alright, I'll have to find my flash drive. Well, what other game can I play?
Really stupid.
Dude, I'm telling you, Black Ops, Call of Duty doesn't want me to play it anymore. It wants me to find a new game to play. Apex is not installed.
Yeah, it's deleted when you need storage.
So I have nothing to play.
6.6, that's about it. And Battlefront 2, I think.
Yeah, but nobody plays it.
Yeah, nobody's on it. Not many people are on.
I could play Warhammer, I guess.
Hmm?
I could play Warhammer.
That's not that one either.
Battlefront.
That's stupid. I'm really mad. I'm actually really mad because it told me you still can play. It's just that it limits ranked modes and whatnot because you could be cheating. Yeah. Probably open in another browser. Maybe just that one.
Well, this isn't gonna work. Well, I'm all dressed up. I might as well do something. I can't play anything, so I'm just gonna...
Stupid. I'm sorry, I told me you could play.
It is what it is.
I'm pretty mad about that.
TikTok's downloading. An update as well.
Should be updated on it.
No.
First thing to check.
Post the proof, they call it a scheme. One clip, one truth, and they all choose the scheme. My name gets passed like a hand-me-down sin. They never ask twice, they just drag me in. If I stay quiet, I'm guilty. If I speak, I'm a snake. They want a clean little story built from whatever they make. Mud on my name, lies on my name. You love me or hate me, but you don't see the frame. Mud on my name, lies on my name. Rumors run faster than facts ever came. I show the receipts, they say that I staged it. I named the bad deal, then they call me jaded. A friend turns cold.
What's going on with my computer?
And every true picture gets buried in doubt.
How's everybody doing?
If I stay quiet, I'm guilty.
Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. I'm gonna get Trading View pulled up here. Let's do some technical analysis. Crypto. Get Bitcoin. Ooh, Bitcoin's not looking too good, ladies and gentlemen. Not looking too good. You know what? I drew this a long time ago, that this was a head and shoulders. down to about 20K, 20, 30K. And it looks like that's playing out. I think I did that like a year ago. And like a year, no, it was like somewhere around December last year. End of December, I think, when this first drop happened and we were doing this. Looks like that's gonna play out perfectly. The only other scenario that I could see possibly happening is maybe it comes up and it double tops up here and then comes down. I don't think so though. I think this top is like this one. This top is like this one, just one a little higher. All the hype, right? Don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. I'm thinking this though. Let's see, right around here. 31. I mean, 48 would be probably the next drop zone. 44 to 48. Maybe 38. But if it continues, 31. Bitcoin is old news. Dude, I feel that, bro. I feel that. But the thing is whatever Bitcoin does, everything else follows. So, like, I keep an eye on Bitcoin to know what we're about to do. But we just dropped here. You know, so I would imagine another level coming down here. What we're doing is we're building another shoulder. Right? Then we come down. That's what we're doing. We're building this shoulder in this massive head and shoulders. So I mean, I could even see if we go up to like 90K. What's up, Revolution? Thank you for the heart me's and the gifts. Not necessarily, but greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Hey, check this out. Speaking of crypto party, I got this sticker from the crypto pizza party. I got this one too. Thank you, Laszlo. I believe that other cryptos are trying to meet independency without Bitcoin. Oh, well, yeah, everything. But the thing is Bitcoin just drives the market. If you're running in losses, just join my Telegram. Yeah, don't do that. Don't join that Telegram. You're going to get scammed. He's going to say, how's your crypto experience going, bro? Have you transferred your XRP wallet to Web3? Send me your seed phrase. That's what's gonna happen. I'm doing it. Yeah, don't do it, bro. Thank you, Revolution, for the muting. But yeah, I think we just kind of bounce around here, and it could do like this, where it builds one of these bear flags, but a little smaller, like this. Let's see here. Let me zoom in here a little bit here. So if it does one of these numbers, before the next drop, then that would be June 26th-ish, around the end of June. That kind of works. That kind of works. And then we're down into like the 50K range. I'm already joined. I'm already... Yikes. You're gonna make me sign in the middle of... I think something like that. Hey, can you hear the music, guys? This is a new song off the album. I got all kinds of songs you guys haven't even heard yet. Honestly, I think this is too small. I think this drags out longer. That's around December. Now that lines up. No liquidity, no docs team. Bitcoin? Spanish AI crypto. Yeah, because like I'm going to Mexico to go like onboard people. So I wanted to make something something for everybody, you know? I feel that though, like Bitcoin, we don't know who Satoshi is. We have no idea who Satoshi is. So let's look at a different token. Got insiders I can put you on? Sure, why not, man? Send me a DM. Might as well get all your stuff translated into everyone. That's the point, man. Like I did one in like oh, I forget what, like a Bali song in like Indian or Hindu. Let's look at Solana. Ooh, Solana's not looking too good either. Yeah, Solana's on the low. Honestly, I see Solana around 30 bucks, 20 bucks, 20 to 30 bucks, and it's inflationary, so it could even go lower. I could see it doing 10 bucks. Or Solana. You know what's crazy is I called this Head and Shoulders on Solana like like December. Let's see, when was this? October. Yeah, December. I drew this Head and Shoulders all the way in December, and I was saying around 50 bucks or lower, and that's where we're at right now. Literally everything I said last year, like obviously not everything, but like 99% of what I said last year, everyone called me a clown, said I didn't know what I was talking about. Every single one of those major predictions, long-term predictions, came true. It's crazy. And, you know, people hate me for it because they don't want the truth. They want exit liquidity. I'm not about that. I'm here to tell the truth. This is the juiciest orange I've ever had. It's so delicious. Now say I'm going to be the next Forbes billionaire. I don't know, man. I don't want to lie to people. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, if you want to be the next Forbes billionaire, you need to tell yourself that in the mirror every single day. That's how it works. So goes up, Head and Shoulders coming back down. But yeah, I think back in December, I kind of called. I think I even called it before that. I think it was like around like August or September. I was like, yeah, this is going to be a Head and Shoulders. You want 600 trillionaire? Dude, more money, more problems. Let me tell you this. The trillionaires in life right now are cash poor. They don't have money to spend. Like, they own everything, so they can't sell anything. Same with my token, right? Like, I bought into my token, but I couldn't sell any of it because it would just completely tank the price, right? That's the same idea like with Elon Musk. Like, he's worth trillions of dollars, but he can't sell any of it because it would just tank the price of Tesla. And so, like, he's locked in. You ever eat the orange peels? This orange is so good, juicy and tender, that even the peel is sweet. So good. I just want a Cali burrito. You'll spend it in 2 days. I believe that. Let me see here. Let's look at ETH. Eat the peels when they're small. I don't know, this was a huge orange, like a navel orange, but oh my god, it was just the juiciest, tastiest one I've ever had in my life. Look at this. I drew this line so long ago. Ascending channel. Boom. Broke out. You know what that means, right? If this is an ascending channel, it's coming down here. 600, 7. Somewhere around $600 or $700 Ethereum coming to you soon. Actually, I think more like 8. 1,000 to 877. Right around there. That's where it's gonna come. I'm liking $1,000. It's a nice round number. It could potentially wick into like 877, but I think $1,000 Ethereum is on the table for sure. $1,000 Ethereum. But yeah, it's coming down. Just give it a little time. You guys want a time prediction? I would say May of next year. Between January and May of next year is when we hit the bottom. Somewhere around there. Hey, Soul and Spartan, thanks for the heart me. And the popular boats, appreciate you. Somewhere around January. Yo, what's up, Black Rocks? What's going on? Hey, it's good to see the fam here. I was wondering if what everyone was Grant Amon wants to know what XRP is gonna do. You're not gonna like it, bro. I'm not even looking at it, and I'm gonna guess it's not good. Let's take a look at it. Look at. What a classic image, huh? Does this not take you back? Got our little ghost guy. 78 cents